Good afternoon, and welcome to this Hort report on the most significant financial and political news from the past 24 hours. Covering the period from 2:45 p.m. CEST yesterday, March 30th, to now, March 31st, 2025. In this update, we'll explore major developments shaking up markets and governments worldwide. From courtroom verdicts to geopolitical maneuvers, the last day has delivered impactful stories. Let's dive into the biggest financial news first, followed by the top political headlines. Financial news: Charlie Javis convicted in $175 million fraud. Kazan of the standout financial stories today is the conviction of Charlie Javis, founder of a college financial aid startup. Yesterday, March 30th, a jury found her guilty of defrauding J.P. Morgan Chase out of $175 million. Javis's company had claimed to revolutionize how students access financial aid, but prosecutors proved she exaggerated her customer base by a factor of 10, essentially fabricating millions of users to secure the deal. J.P. Morgan, which acquired the startup in 2021, hailed the verdict as a win for accountability in fintech. The markets reacted with a slight dip in fintech stocks this morning as investors reassessed risks in the sector. Analysts say this could trigger tighter scrutiny of startup valuations, especially in education technology, where hype often outpaces reality. Javis faces sentencing later this year, with potential decades in prison, stark reminder of the stakes in high finance deception. U.S. equity funds see massive inflows witching gears. Reuters reported late yesterday that U.S. equity funds recorded their biggest weekly inflows since November, with investors pouring in billions by March 28th. This surge reflects growing optimism about economic stability. Despite inflationary pressures hovering at 2.8% per recent PCE data, the rush into equities suggests confidence in corporate earnings, even as President Trump's looming tariff policies cast shadows over global trade. Automakers, in particular, are jittery news. Noted yesterday that some face steep exposure to Trump's proposed sweeping tariffs on imported cars. Tesla and Ford saw minor share bumps today, while foreign giants like Toyota took a hit. Investors seem to be betting on domestic resilience, but the tariff wildcard could still upend this rally. World Liberty, financial and Trump family crypto venture neither, financial bombshell emerged from Reuters. World Liberty, financial cryptocurrency venture tied to President Donald Trump's family, raised over $500 million in the past day. Launched amid Trump's return to the spotlight, the project's governance heavily favors institutionally the Trump family, who've secured a lion's share of the funds. Industry experts are crying foul. Outside investors, crypto markets showed mixed reactions. Bitcoin held steady, but altcoins tied to the venture spiked briefly before cooling off. Posts on X reflect polarized sentiments, hail it as a bold move. Others call it a cash grab. This story's financial and political overlap makes it one to watch. Political news: Trump threatens tariffs on Russian oil. The political front, President Donald Trump, dominated headlines again. Reuters reported just an hour ago, at 1:50 p.m., that Trump expressed frustration with Russia's Vladimir Putin, threatening tariffs on Russian oil exports. Speaking yesterday, Trump tied the move to stalled Ukraine peace talks, signaling a hardline stance. The Kremlin responded today, claiming Russia and the U.S. are still working on a resolution. But markets are spooked. Oil prices ticked up 2%. Morning. This escalation could reshape energy geopolitics, especially as Trump's administration eyes tariffs as a broader weapon, like his plans to penalize countries buying Venezuelan oil. Per the New York Times yesterday, allies and adversaries alike are recalibrating Israel's ceasefire talks intensified closer to the Middle East. CBS News reported late yesterday that freed hostages are pleading for a new Israel-Hamas ceasefire. With 24 captives believed alive in Gaza, renewed bombing has heightened urgency. Israel confirmed today it's made a kind of proposal, coordinated with the U.S., following rocket fire from Lebanon late Friday. The Washington Post noted this diplomatic push came hours after a deadly Israeli strike on Beirut. The situation remains volatile. Posts show global calls for de-escalation, clashing with hardline support for Israel's actions. Politically, this tests the Biden administration's waning influence and Trump's incoming team, who may pivot U.S. policy sharply.